We had been, I guess, struggling with some of the bigger carriers that we've got wholesale relationships with. And, like any big carrier, there's a lot of red tape to kind of cut through to escalate anything or to get action. And I think that the main thing that we really liked at the time about Hosted was that it was a smaller team providing big service, and, we can put a name to a face and effectively ring someone and go, we've got a problem. How do we deal with it? And we get a very quick and prompt service. We don't have to deal with the political red tape that you see with a lot of the larger carriers. Yet we're still getting a high grade of service that comes with it.
We've had various issues over times. Sometimes it's not your fault at all, but it's been the honesty and the transparency and working together, and no bullshit is what I will say. It's just been very open. Like, if there's a fault here, yep, there's a fault here, and this is what we're doing to fix it, and that's great. That's what people want to hear, especially as a partner, because we're the ones that have to talk to the end clients and things like that. So when we know exactly what is going on, there's nothing worse than silence. Silence or not being honest. People can read through that. So honesty is a core value at Roden. So that's what we're drawn to. So when we have that from you guys, that's what ends up coming through in the end, and that's what makes you guys a great vendor. So.
Any sort of issues support-wise, I think one thing that Damien sort of said, that even though the issue is with the phone system sometimes, you guys will still help and support and help him out at the same time. Whereas unfortunately with our other provider, it was a case of, oh no, it's not on our end, it's your end, and that was it.
It seems to be a very competent team. The people that we've had to talk to really know their stuff, and we don't reach out to them too often, but when we do, we need their expertise, and that's come through each and every time.
We're actually talking about who are you going to call? Who's going to back you up when things become a problem, or you need more capacity or whatever? Finding Hosted Network was great, because Hosted Network were basically a company that their dedication was to the managed service provider market. They weren't going to undercut you. They weren't going to go steal your client. They weren't interested in any of that. In fact, they weren't even set up for it. So it was a perfect alliance, if you ask me.
Yeah, I guess every service that you guys provide, I've always gotten training to get the best practice out of it. That's great, because as your team starts to grow, you can count on Hosted Network for them to train your staff to be able to use the resources and the products and services that you guys provide.
So you're big enough not to be that player, but you're small enough to still have heart and soul and personality, and that's the part I really like working with you. You guys, your solutions are rock solid. They're scalable. They work, right? And when we have a problem is we can escalate to somebody like we can escalate to up through the food chain, right up to the big boss if we need to.
If you're dealing with some of the bigger carriers, stop, ring Hosted. It's really that simple.